Y'all know the name.
What's crack liking, boys and girls? I am Matinio, and welcome back to Project Cars and part 3 of the StanceWorks expansion. And this time we're at Hockenheim National in the new BMW 2002 short wheelbase StanceWorks edition. I think, well, it says SW, but it's like, I thought that, no, SWB. I think it's just StanceWorks, I don't know. Let's have a look. 2001 StanceWorks edition, yeah, there we go. So, SW. Very nice, looks very good. Few modifications in terms of the way it looks compared to the other one, and also for good measure they've thrown in an extra 105 brake horsepower to this thing. Always a good idea. More power. So let's we're going to take this for a spin for 3 laps around this circuit, which, as I said, the Hockenheim National, so it's the slightly shorter version. Let's see what this has got in its locker then. And this thing does fall into the touring car category. Whoa, and it's a bit wacky off the back end already. Jesus. Right. So let's try and not crash again. Oh, gathered speed very quickly. Yep, so now this thing, compared to the standard edition, which is 170 brake horsepower, this thing is now 275 brake horsepower. And the brakes leave a little bit to be desired. However, first lap on time trial, the brakes are probably cold. It's a little bit snappy rearwards, so it can get out of hand on you. Definite adjustments needed to the brakes. I think you've got to shift the bias a little bit and maybe lower the brake pressure, because it does like to lock up. Now, I really loved the original 2002 they released in the New for Old expansion. Even though there was a lot of play on the steering wheel for the original, that doesn't happen with this one. It feels a lot more responsive, and yep, the back end is, like I said, it gets out of hand very quickly. So it's not very planted through there. Even at, say, medium speed corners, I wasn't taking that as quickly as I would have liked, yet it still managed to get a little bit out of hand on me. So you've got to be very careful with your throttle inputs for this thing, when and where you do it. Whoa. Yeah, it's not brilliant through the corners. Those long corners where the back end will start to get a little bit out of hand on you, it struggles with those a little bit. Something like that one though, it's not too bad. So there's definite room for improvement, as with most of the cars I drive, because I drive them all in the default setup. Oh, and yeah, it's definitely going to be the brakes that are going to get the first bit of adjustment. Right, let's see if we can get under 155, because I had a couple of offs which slowed me down. Yeah, so to get this thing slowed down, if you are going to drive it in its default setup, I would highly suggest pumping the brakes into a corner, just so you don't get those horrible brake locks, which through the front they're annoying. If you lock the rears, that's fatal. It'll be a fatal error. Oh Jesus fuck. You see, anything with it, any kind of sort of long corner, it doesn't like it at all. So yeah, there's definite room for improvement. Yeah. Oh god, I just feel the rear just try to step on me all the time. So you're gonna be just uber cautious, especially through stuff like this. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a point and squirt car. So we got a 158, but I did have a bit of a moment. So I'm hoping under a 155. That's what I'm aiming for. Yep. Deep braking zones are an issue, to say the least. And we're down by 0.2 of a second already. But hopefully we're going to pick it up. We need another, what, 3.2 seconds, I'd say. Whoa, brake lock, brake lock. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go, calm down, calm down. I'm not doing anything, just relax. Relax, car, relax. You're in a safe place. I've got you. Okay, that's probably not a safe place. If you're a car and you want to feel safe, don't let me drive you. Oh, fucking goddamn it, that corner. Every time. And it did invalidate the lap, but I don't care. I'm still pushing for that 155, well, sub 55, should I say. Whoa, see, again, very careful when you put the power on. Come on. Whoa, 54.4. Oh, so there you have it. The BMW 2002 StanceWorks edition. Okay. It's okay. It's not brilliant. There's a lot you can do to improve it. You're definitely going to have to twiddle around with the brakes. And definitely mess around with some chassis work. But overall, I quite like it. It looks funky. It sounds nice. And it should be quite interesting to have this alongside things like the that huge Mercedes and the 1600 Escort. But there we go, part 4 of the StanceWorks edition in the books. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more, then go ahead and hit that like button. Let's see if we can get 15 or 10. Let's say 10. I'm going to be nice to you. Let's say 10 likes on this video. Let's see if we can get that. The next one and the very last car of this update is the KTM Expo R. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, hit subscribe, stay cool, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Peace! So I'm going to have to take it a little bit easy because I'm not quite sure where I'm going. Despite having a map in the top left corner. Oh, a bridge. Oh, yeah, I got way too my eyes were firmly fixed on the speedo and not the road. That's a fatal error.